5 today with Jill Barrio, 7-2. So the afternoon's 8th race is scratched down to a field of 7. It is the Vince Poulton Memorial. Kurt, you and I raced a lot of horses against Vince Poulton. He was a great underrated driver, in my opinion, and we're going to remember him here this afternoon. The afternoon's 8th race. Vance, up to you for the call.
Harlequin Romance, Skip Across, Northern Belle, Royals Alley. Sports Icon, Promise Me Later, Woodmere Clara, top of the stretch. All lined up and approaching a start. Time to remember Vincey. 8th race, post time. Up and pacing Northern Belle, the first one out at the rail. Harlequin Romance, third one to the turn. Skip Across, a getaway 4th is Sports Icon. Racing from 5th is Woodmere Clara, then 6 is Royals Alley, and the trailer, Promise Me Later, the quarter pole bound. Northern Belle has taken over the lead for Damian McClellan. On the outside, Sports Icon keeps coming second, third up the rail. That's Harlequin Romance. Now Skip Across in 4th. That's Woodmere Clara 5th. In 6th is Royals Alley. Trailing the field, Promise Me Later is 7:28. And 2 was the quarter on by the 3/8 pole, and that is Sports Icon, who made the lead for Barrio. Racing from second, Northern Belle. Harlequin Romance third. Skip Across 4th. Now the backfield in motion. Underway on the outside, 5th is Woodmere Clara. Following her in the outside 6th, Royals Alley. Trailing 7th, Promise Me Later, 57. And 1 was the opening half mile. As they race around the paddock turn, they arrive at 5/8, led by Sports Icon. Racing from second, Northern Belle. First up, third, Woodmere Clara. Then 4th up the rail, Harlequin Romance. Moving up 5th from the outside. Between horses, Royals Alley. Promise Me Later, swinging 3 wide. On the outside now, 7 Skip Across. They arrived at 3/4. Sports Icon in 1:28 flat. In between horses, Woodmere Clara, marching 3 wide. That's Promise Me Later third. 1:28 was 3/4. Headed on home now. At the rail, Sports Icon. Up the inside, Royals Alley. Way wide. Promise Me Later. Deep stretch. Now here's Dowling going back to back. Promise Me Later on the line. Woodmere Clara second. We'll need a show photo. 1:59 and a 1.
All right, we're going to get a look at the Universal Media slow-mo for today's 8th race. It was the Vince Poulton Memorial, and a nice off-the-pace score from the 3-year-old filly by Articulator, Promise Me Later, and Dowling. They get up for the win.
Yeah, Barrio was right down the road today. 28-2, 57-1, 128 with Sports Icon. And all the momentum, as Kurt just mentioned here, was to Promise Me Later with David Dowling. She gets her 3rd win of the year, 4th career in 1:59-1 over a track that's not nice out there, Kurt, with Woodmere Clara in there for 2nd. Sports Icon hung on for 3rd. Royals Alley up the inside for 4th. So unofficially 6-8-5-4 in the 8th race. We're going to see Promise Me Later and David Dowling. David triples up this afternoon in the mud. They're going to the winner's circle next.
Promise Me Later in the 8th race winner's circle. Bay Pacing filly 3 by Articulator from the Western Ideal Dam. Promise Me Hanover. Home by Kingsley Walsh, Frank Balcom, and Sam Walsh, bred by Garth Cole. David Dowling training and driving. David has his 3rd driving victory today. He'll triple up. The mile in a 1:59.1. Promise Me Later. Down at trackside, the Vince Polton Memorial Cooler presentation. Vincey over his career, over 800 winners, just under 1,000 seconds, and 940 third place finishers, and just under $1 million in prize money. One of the great guys of the game, Vince Polton, with the Vince Polton Memorial Trackside presentation on this wet Saturday afternoon in Charlottetown. Promise Me Later triples up David Dowling, 1:59.1.